What up, everybody? It is Josh Thomas, aka DFS Up North from DFSArmy.com, here today talking about how to create a league on MajorsChallenge.com. If you don't know what MajorsChallenge.com is, make sure that you check it out. It is the easiest way to run golf pools with you, your buddies, people across the country. It is a super fun site to play on. They also have a $250K perfect team contest every week where you get a chance to win $250,000 for free. All right. So I want to give you guys a look at how to, if you wanted to create a league with you and your buddies or at your golf club, how you'd go about doing that, everything you need to get set up. It is super easy, super fun to do. And let's take a look here. So you're going to go to MajorsChallenge.com. And it'll bring you to a site like this. So it's got some of my leagues in here, the things that I'm a part of. And you're going to go up to the top where it says leagues, and you're just going to click in and click create a league. Again, so easy to do. Click create a league. You're going to put in your league name. 3 simple steps. All right. So I'll put in my league name. I'm going to put, let's see here. I'm actually going to create a league. So PGA Golf Experts League, and click next. Right now, it is free for you to create a league. It is free for you to play with your friends. For the majors, though, you will be charged $1 for each team that you enter into it. So next, whatever, if it's not a major, if it's not the US Open, the PGA Championship, the British Open, or I guess the Championship, or the Masters tournament, you don't have to pay. So you can play on this site with your buddies for free and not have to pay anything. And then when you have the majors coming up, like in 2 weeks here, then you just pay $1 per team. So if you have 10 teams, you pay $10. If you have 50 teams, you pay 50. If you have 300 teams, you pay 300. And that's just to help Majors Challenge out running their site. All right. And a pretty sweet deal that they only charge you for the majors. Then you can pick out your tournament schedule. All right. For this thing, I just want to do all of the majors. So coming up, we got the PGA Championship, then the US Open and the Masters in November. I'm going to set this up for just the majors. All right. So that means that for me, for this contest, I have to actually pay for each entrant in when that tournament comes around. But again, it's pretty easy. You want to charge your buddies $1 to get you in, or if you're going to play for money, which we'll talk about here in a second, you can just take it off the top of that. All right. Point pool. So the variable format is the same as stroke golf play. If a team is 10 strokes off the lead, they owe 10 into the purse. So basically how this works is that you are going to, if you're not familiar with Majors Challenge, you pick golfers from each tier. They are scored just like in a PGA tournament. So for every stroke that you're off the lead, all right, that's how many points you owe. And you can set it up that you'd like to play for like $1 a point, right? So if you're 60 strokes off the lead, that means that you will owe the pool $60. If you're 5 strokes off the lead, you owe $5, all right? And then they pay out the purses based on what you set this up as. And it's an estimator. This is an example payout structure. You can customize all of this in the commissioner console, which I'll show you here in a second. But it is important to note that MajorsChallenge.com is just the host of your pool, all right? It is on you as a member to collect money, things like that. We have ways that you can reach out to your league members, say, hey, remember you owe me $10. But in terms of collecting money and things like that, Majors Challenge does not do that. You need to, whether if it's at your golf club, you do it with, buddies pay you cash. You can do that. You can use PayPal, Venmo, whatever you want to do. Send people checks. That's on you as a member. MajorsChallenge.com is not responsible to host any sort of money. So for this league, I'm going to say I'm going to do 50 cents a point. And let's say I'm estimating that I have 100 teams in. So what it would look like is that at 50 cents a point, average loss per team would be $30. So for the week, you are going to likely on average pay about $30. But if you have 100 teams at 50 cents a point, first place tains six. If you set it up to have 65%, that means that first place in that tournament gets $1,950. That is a serious chunk of change, right? So it adds up over time. You can play as low as 10 cents a point, right? Still 100 people, 10 cents a point, average loss is only $6, but first place gets 390. Like that is a great deal. All right. So you can do it like that. So you can set up, this is how I like to play on here. But you can set it up like this. If it's too much work to be like, okay, you owe $48 and you owe $30 and you owe $10, you can set it up with a classic fixed fee. All right. And I'm going to show you how it's super easy to remember how you guys, what everybody owes, but you can set it up with a classic fixed fee. All right. So you can say everybody pays $5 a team. You think that you're going to have 100 teams. That means your point pool is about $500, and likely the first place is going to come home with 325, third place 50, right? You can set up, and you can set up your structure however you want. So for this, I'm just going to keep it variable. All right. And we're going to do, like I said, 50 cents a point. Go to next here. And now I'm all set up, right? Now what you need to do is you need to invite people to come and play. So you put in your emails, all your buddies, you put in the emails. I'm going to add my buddy fffootballgeek@gmail.com. I'm going to write him a note, come join my league. Not really though, this is just fake, right? And then I'd click send invite and I'd have somebody invited, all right? Inactive, you can ban people from your league, which is super kind of handy, right? For the league settings, I'm actually going to go to a different league that I am in. And this is my listener league that we have set up. And I'm going to go to if you go up the top here, you can go to commissioner dashboard. All right. You can see all of my members, right? So everybody that's in, okay, is in here, and you can put in, I can mark them as inactive. I can ban them from the league. I can copy all their emails to send in, from my own Gmail account, send them in. You can change your league settings here, right? This is I'm in a club league here. This is anybody that joins this thing. You can set up how many teams per loser or per user, right? So if you want to create a league and you're going to let people have 2 teams, easy. You can change the maximum each entry can lose in a single event. So if you're playing with guys that are like really don't know what they're doing, this is new to them, whatever, you can put it as a maximum loss of like $10, right? And in a variable point pool, obviously that's not going to work for fixed fee, but if you go to a variable point pool, you can set it up where, hey, yeah, you will only lose $10 here, which is kind of fun for, people that are new, right? You can change, like I said, custom. You can view that example payout structure, winning places. You can pay out percentage of the pool. You can pay out flat amounts. We recommend that the top 15% are winning places. So you don't need to pay out like 100% of the purse. And you can, add as many winning places as you want, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. It is completely customizable for you. Again, remember that we're not keeping track of the money for you. I mean, we keep track of how many points they owe, but for collecting money, that is on you. Tiebreakers, you can use the miscut tiebreaker, which, is, if we look at the detailed rules here, you can split the points, or you can look at your best golfer score. That is how you flick ties. So you can save the settings, things like that. Here, you can check out which tournaments you want to enter. So like right now it's the 3M Open. If I want next week I want to add for my pool, I want the St. Jude in there, right? I can click, I can remove or add. Maybe I want to play 2 contests next week and I want the Barracuda in there as well, which is also going to be available. I can just add it there, or I can remove it, right? You get the full schedule. You can see your past tournaments. All right. We have this bookkeeping setup, which is awesome, right? And here you look at your pool, okay, and it'll tell you exactly how many points each person is due. All right. You want to send them an email? Boom, click send an email. You can open it in Chrome, right? And now I can send that email directly to that person and say, hey, you owe me $82. Here is how you pay me. All right. Everything is set up in here. Super easy to keep track of. That's why I like the variable. Like it seems like the standard set fee is maybe the best way to go about it. But the reality is that with this variable point pool, you can really set it up, customize, and then it's so easy to email guys and say like, hey, you owe me money for this. All right. Feedback, you can send, suggestions, emails, things like that. Like I said, it is so easy to run a league on here. This is the best site I've ever come across or been a part of to run these sort of leagues and tournaments. it's, oh, you have the balance here, how much they owe, right? You can see all that. Like, again, it's, I just keep coming back to that term. It's so easy to set up. Like, it took me what? I'm 10 minutes into this video. I've got a league set up. I could, if I wanted to invite a bunch of people, if I had 50 emails, I could send them out right now. People start populating next week when they're due money, when I'm owed money, whatever. It's so easy to just send that out to them and be like, hey, you lost 32 points. Please pay me here. Again, love using this site. Love the way it's set up. It's all automated, right? So that you can see what the scoring is live, right? If we wanted to look at that, right? We can look at this league that I'm in right now. And you can see there is no prize pool for this league, but you can see that if it was up, TU Golfer is minus 79, right? And let's go down to me. So right now, if the tournament ended to right now, I am 46 points behind because I'm at minus 33 and he is at minus 79. So if we were playing for actual points here, I would owe him $46. Right? Or I would owe the pool $46. And then whoever is in charge of your pool is obviously going to be in charge of sending that sort of money out. Right? So love this site. Love building teams and pools on here, whether it is for you and your buddies. If you got 10 buddies, that's great. If you want to do that at your golf club with 100 guys, boom, easy. It's so easy to set up. And if you ever wanted to just have like a link where we can, turn you into a club, where if you're a golf course and you're like, hey, you join our pool and you want to put it on your website, things like that with a link, it is so easy to set up and do that. Whether you're, and you can set it up for points and then just maybe play for like pro shop credit or things like that. So absolutely super easy to set up. And make sure that if you have any questions, you can reach out to us at Majors Challenge, and we will be glad to help you out with setting up your league. Thanks, guys.